The last winter. The war had lasted for 10 years. It began as a border skirmish between two nations, but greed, vengeance, and old grudges turned it into a fire that consumed the entire continent. Kingdoms fell, empires crumbled, and the land itself became a graveyard of forgotten names. By the time the final winter came, there was nothing left to fight for, only the echoes of men who no longer knew why they were killing. In the ruins of a once great city, a soldier named Elias trudged through the snow. His armor was dented, his sword dulled by the bones of those who had stood against him. He was tired, of fighting, of living, of being a tool for kings who sat in warmth while men like him bled. That night, by the dying embers of a burned-out village, Elias met another soldier. The man wore the colors of the enemy, but his eyes held the same exhaustion. They did not reach for their weapons. There was no need. "Who are you fighting for?" Elias asked. The man laughed bitterly. "No one." "And you?" Elias hesitated, then shook his head. "No one." Silence stretched between them, not of hostility but of understanding. Two men, once enemies, now nothing more than survivors of a war that had outlived its purpose. "Maybe it's time we stop," the man said. Elias looked at the horizon, where the smoke of distant battles still rose. He thought of the men he had killed, the friends he had lost. And for the first time in 10 years, he let his sword fall to the ground. "Maybe it is." The two men sat by the fire, warming their hands against the cold. The war would end one day, not with a treaty or a final battle, but when enough men like them decided to walk away.